to Railroader, day 1 of company mode. I thought we might run through the tutorial and see how we go. So, East Whittier after the flood. The game's got some things I do like, some things I don't like. I've put my own name on things, as you do. There we go. Today's the day. We're our own railroad. That looks like it's in the dirt. But now it's all in our hands. We've got 1.5 good engines out of the deal, and the roundhouse in Bryson is in good shape. Trouble is, it doesn't do us much good with the bridge at Ella still out. This yard at East Whittier will be our home for now. It's got a yard that doubles as the interchange, with the Atlantic Railway to the east and the engine service facilities. The coal conveyor, water column and engine shed are more than enough for our current needs. Reposition this window, blah blah blah. Before we get to running any passengers or freight, we have a few things to attend to around the shop. Here's the plan for today. Get familiar with the engine and take on coal and water. So I've driven the engines a little bit. Rescue the derailed locomotive. I know how to do that. Order more coal and take the hopper to the interchange. Run a passenger train to Whittier and Ella, west of here. Set up your first freight contracts with customers. Let's start getting familiar with how we look and move around in the world. Railroader has 2 cameras, first person and overhead. It doesn't have any other cameras than that. It's a bit lacking in that department. The selected camera moves with WASD as usual. First person middle mouse resets zoom. I don't actually have a middle mouse button, I don't think. No, I don't. And spacebar jumps. Try switching between the cameras and adjust your point of view to find what works for you. So we've got that camera and we can move around, and you can turn around with the mouse, and it's overactive, very, very overactive. It moves very quickly. And there's our little man down there. We can get onto the first person mode and look around. We can zoom out, zoom in, all that sort of thing. Do I have a middle mouse button? I don't think so. No. Alrighty. Hold shift down to run. Whee! Yep. Okay. Let's board the engine, which is just outside the engine shed. Engine shed. Is that the engine shed? No, I don't think so. Is that the engine shed? There's the engine shed. Well, first up, I want to go and see the busted one. Alright, it's just derailed. It's not busted. Alright, we can get that back on the tracks easily enough. We'll do that later when it wants us to. Let's board the engine. Find the ladder between the engine and the tender. Now, interestingly, there you go. You just W your way up in there, almost out the other side. Oh, it's one of those funny ones with the big boiler sticking out the back. They seem to have a slight lack of support. Slight lack of pipes, perhaps. All right, then. That's okay. As they say. All right, and we can click on the window. Yeah. No sound on the window, though. I think we can open that. And can we open that one? Yep. About the other side. I assume we can do all the same things over there. And there we go. Lots of windows open. All right, find the ladder, blah, 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 blah. I've done all that. You can lean left with Q. Boop, boop. That's not much use. Anyway, next. The engines Railroader have 4 major controls. They are very simplistic. Throttle, reverser, independent brake, and train brake. The brakes are not lapped. They're just sort of a percentage applied. So neither of them's applied right now. Use your mouse and the tooltips to find these 4 controls in the tab. And there's the reverser, and of course, this is the throttle, and we've got a whistle as well. And you can quill the whistle. Okay, first we'll cover the brakes. Indie brake stops the locomotive. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Bail off. I must go the other way. It does go the other way. Look at that. And of course, the train brake. It's not a lapping brake. It's just like a straight air brake, I suppose, for the train. And the needles react. Whee! Anyway, you get the idea. Throttles between 0 and 100. Yeah. And the reverser. Yep. Same as everything. Let's look at the engine from the outside. Switch to the overhead camera with 2 and then shift 2 to center on your character. That doesn't look centered on my character somehow. There he is. Well, his crotch anyway. Firmly with a brake handle implanted right in it. That must be quite uncomfortable, really. There you go. Click the select button. Oh, that's right. Now, to make the keyboard controls work, so if you try them at the moment, they don't actually work. So you have to right-click the locomotive, or is it control-click? Control-click, yes, and then select. And you can also select follow, and your camera will just follow that particular locomotive. You can still move around a bit, but it just generally speaking follows it as it moves. Okay, let's close that. We have selected it. Now the keyboard command should work, so I should be able to, for example, yep, you can see I can move the throttle up there. Doesn't do much good with the reverser in mid-gear though. You also get these little controls down here, which you can drag if you wish. We can put the independent brake on, and we can put the train brake on. Very good. Very exciting. The HUD controls. White, beige is fully released, so that's this down here. Red is fully applied. Purple means there's a handbrake applied somewhere, and grey means you're like that. You're in the dirt. B for bell. You'll never hear that again. Okay. And V. You've got to move the mouse. Bored with that now. Headlight settings is J. That's actually one I didn't know. Ooh, it's got bright. Okay. It seems to run the turbo pretty much all the time. I did notice that was cycling through the rear headlights there as well. Select a selected car, track end of train, control 0, first person jump to selected car. Hit now, 0 now to track your engine. That's, I think, the same as the follow we did before. I'm pretty sure. Alright, now we'll cover how to top off your water and coal. You can check your fuel and water by hovering the mouse over the tender. 3 tons of coal, 2,000 gallons of water. Now, interestingly, something I do know, let's just pop over. No. Right. See the gauge glass there? That's actually showing you your level of water in the tender. It is not showing you your level of water in the boiler. A little bit like Train Sim World, these things have magic steam. They do have fire in the firebox, and it's at least a semi-decent colour. But they don't actually have firing of any kind. You cannot manually fire these things at all. That might be something they bring out in the future. We shall see. Alright, so we need to set the switches so that we can get to the water column. Okay, I believe you can do that from the outside camera. I don't think you actually have to walk there. So, isn't that switch fine? That switch is fine. And that switch is fine too. Okay. What about this one? Nah, this one needs changing. So we'll just flip this one over. There we go. And that gets us here to the water column and the coal conveyor. The water column you can rotate or put it away. And you can lower the chute and raise the chute. Alright, let's come back to our little train down here. Whee. Oops. What do we do? Mouse? Don't do that, mouse. Not a fan of the camera controls, I have to say. Alright, let's try and get this thing to go. Start ringing the bell. No, I don't think so. No, open the throttle to 10 or 20%. Yeah, that's about it. What about opening the cocks? Alright. What are we doing up here? We've had our overactive mouse go again, haven't we? Alright, and we want to put our reverser all the way forwards. And our brakes are off. That's fine. So let's just... and Cox is K. Makes sense that Cox K, doesn't it? Doesn't that make so much sense? Now, at this speed, the chuffs and the sounds of the chuffs, I have to say, best in Steam simulation to date. Lovely echo to them. Let's just shut that down now. Let's just go up a bit. Maybe up a bit that way. No, you can't do that. Okay. I should turn off that Steam notification, shouldn't I? Inside cab view. It's a very strange point of view, but you can zoom in and zoom out. Just about there, I think. Let's pop back to the outside view and let's go up here. Can we go up? Can we go this way? Well, that's not be able to go up and down. That's a bit manky. Oh, we're stuck. Maybe that's because we're tracking that locomotive. Maybe that's the issue. But anyway, I need to get ready on the brakes. So, independent brake. Any brakes happening? No, we're not. I think I must have accidentally unselected that particular locomotive. Using either camera, find the water hatch at the rear of your tender. It is pill-shaped and facing upwards. No, we don't want to track you anymore. We want to go away from you. Right. I still can't go up. I don't know why I can't go up in that air. I could before. This is rather confusing. Alright, well, we're going to have to do it this way with the first-person camera. There's our things. We need to open that. Hatch open. Okay. We probably need to move forwards a bit further, I think. Let's rotate the column. Yeah, so we're going to have to bring the water hatch until it's about there. Otherwise, we're just going to fill up the entire train. That would be okay, wouldn't it? Sure. Alright, independent brakes off. We're still in full forward. That looks pretty good. Let's try that. No, I don't want to rotate it. I want to bring it down. Must be a way to bring it down, surely. Surely? Oh, we're not quite there yet. Oh, no, we should be close. Can I get up onto here? I can. Look at that. We've got this weird point of view, haven't we? You can see there's water in my tender. Need to line the water column up at this point at tender. It doesn't need to be perfect lines up. It needs to be close. Release the end of brake and brake. Throttle if you need to go forward a little. We kind of do, don't we? Let's try that. Oh, look at that. It does go down by itself. And it just fills things up. Very good. So they're right, you don't have to be exact, but you do have to be close. Man, do those clouds look weird. That's okay. I wish you could turn the turbo off, but I have not found a way to do that. Looks like our tender is almost full. I've never seen the water in a tender look shiny and blue before. My locos, it's kind of black generally. Or a shade of red because we've poured in the caustic and tannin. Caustic and tannin. Delicious. Looks like we're there. So let's close the hatch. Let's get rid of you. Now we're going to go forwards again and fill up with coal. close enough? Oh, that was close enough to me. Let's pull him down. There we go. Coaling up. Can we walk through this stuff? That could be funny, couldn't it? Let's try. Ooh. Cold shower. Oh, it stopped. Did it get mad because I was there? I don't know if it filled me up or not. Let's try and lower it again. Gives us any more or not. Nah, that's it. All right. So we've done that. We've done the coal, fuel and water. Yes, yes. Done that. Coal, we've done that. The map. Let's get our bearings. I thought the bearings are on the wheels. We're stopped in the yard and the engine service lead, a track which runs parallel to the main line. The main line runs east to west. Our head end is pointed toward the western end of the railroad. That's nice to know. Open the map with M. Boop. Within the map, you can click and drag to pan, so you can move it around. You can scroll wheel to zoom in and out. Very good. That gives us a bit of an idea of where we are. And that's as far as our line goes at the moment. We've got to run down to Connolly. We have our area here. We can go into the town of Whittier and we can go to the town of Ella. There's a bridge that needs to be repaired up there, which is part of your game. And the other things you need to unlock as you go. You can't have them at the moment, though, I believe. So I think things just mysteriously turn up in our yard currently. The numbers are mileposts, so 57 miles, 56 miles. Surprisingly, the next one will be 55 and then probably 54. No great surprises there. Speeds are the ones in circles. All right, let's get rid of our map. Is it M to get rid of it again? Control T, move your camera to the point your mouse is over and aim it quickly. Move across the map. Do I really want to do that? Let's go visit the Y. Actually, let's go to Ella. Why not? Let's go here where the bridge is supposed to be. So we go Control T. Jumping. Good. Oh, he fell into water. He fell into water, little Jim. Well, looks like the bridge is there, though. Okay, I'm confused. Let's go back to our engines, which are here. So Control T, teleport. Good-o. The condition is 100%. Lovely. Navigating to the wreck. Find the derailed engine a few yards away by foot east of the coal conveyor. In trouble finding it? Check the map. I don't want to do that. We'll need to use our engine to rescue the wreck, so use the overhead camera or map to plan your path there. There's a switch just ahead that leads to it. Yes, okay. So, we might close the map. We've got this wonky camera angle. Now, we're over there, aren't we? So the way to actually get to that is to go ahead and then come back by betting. Yeah, we've got to go up there and come back again. So that's not that hard. That switch is already set. The loco's over there. That's fine. I think... Wow, how did I get this weird field of view? Weird. 2. That's better. Oh, listen to the Babblebot go upstairs. That's not all that hard to get to. You just drive up and go to that switch up there and come back. So that's not that hard. Brakes off. Bit of throttle. Come back on the reverser, back towards mid-gear a little. Gunk. Now, how's this switch set? That one's fine. That one's fine. And we don't care about this one. Not really. The engines only emit steam at this point. There's no smoke. I did see in a demo stream that a person appeared to have smoke, but that doesn't seem to be in the public version. So hopefully that's something that's coming along, because that would be good. Stop that. Chuck the switch over. And back we go. They haven't told you yet, and probably can't in the tutorial, is you can make the AI do this too. You don't actually have to do it yourself. Whee! Overactive moose. Alright, let's just leave him heading down here. What are you doing there? Why aren't you in the engine? So no one in the engine. Okay. Well, just while our mate's headed here, because he's got a little while, and we're just going to cut him off, in fact. We don't want him to go too hard. He's going very hard at the moment, 14 mile an hour. Let's just slow him down lots. So we need him near the loco, but we don't really want him to hit it, because it would not couple up at this moment in time, so I think we might just... Oh, I think we locked up the wheels. No, the tender wheels don't actually rotate. Okay. Did we see that? Yes, we saw that. Alright. It's only available in first person. Fine. Come on, Clodder. Let's go. We're going to go for a walk. Oh, I see. We zoomed right out. Where's the midpoint? Must be about there. Let's run. Run, 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 run. Alright, now let's go. Shifter. 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 You know, having done a job like this in person, it's a little bit easier. Let's couple them up. Oh, the tender wheels do eventually rotate. Bang. Alright. Nice satisfying echo through the hills there. So we have to connect up the gladdies and open some angle cocks. I'd love it if you could just click on the angle cocks, but no, you have to manipulate them with the moose. Oh, they're a pain. This one doesn't really want to go. No. We might have to go in there and get in a bit closer. There we go. And now open this one, so we've got brakes right through. And they're not telling us another thing that you do have to do. Oh, we haven't re-railed the tender yet. Satisfying. So we can come in here. Our brakes are, in fact, cut in, so we want to cut them out. It's kind of important. Has this one got fire in it? Does. Look at that. It's been sitting there on the ground after being in a flood, and it's got fire in it. Lovely. Just what we want. Alrighty, so we've got it back on. Couple it up. Blah, 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 blah. Take it to the shed. Yes, boss. Let's get in the train. Take it to the shed with our invisible pipes. Alrighty. Brakes off. Away we go. Reckons we're not connected to the air. Well, actually we are, because I did that. Inside the shed, change to first person camera and get on the ground. Click between your tender and damaged engine. Click the coupler between the two to open it. Move your engine forward a few yards to leave the damaged engine in the shed. All right then. They don't tell you to move the reverser back towards mid-gear. Hey. Oh, no, it's alright. We're going up this way. I thought the points were suddenly wrong, but no, just me. What are we doing over here? Must be going uphill. Get a bit more in the reverser. Definitely going uphill and working its little thing off. A little bright. Which track do we have to put it on? Do you know? Set the switch normal, shove back past the coal and water into the engine shed, shopping the damaged engine inside the shed. Into the track and sawmill lead. You might need to use more throttle wreck up the hill. So it doesn't really say which one we need to put it on, so we'll just go backwards. So I see, if you go away from it, the follow stops working. You have to zoom out with the mouse cursor. Okay, I understand now. Very good. Put it in mid-gear and we didn't stop. Or explode. That's a good thing. Let's get this off the top of the game. Wasn't hard to get the game working in my settings. I didn't have to muck with Unity terribly much at all. The only thing I did do was give it a command line parameter to open in a borderless window. Now, being a cool and good operator, we will do what you always do outside a shed. You stop and you go look. But we're not going to go look. Just a little more reverser. Stop, because you don't want to destroy anything or run over anybody, because that would be very boring. Now, the whole idea of company mode is to actually operate your railway in a way that makes profit. We want to just get out, I think. Let's go back to first person mode. And we'll get down. Uncouple it, because that's what it wants us to do. But we should probably put a handbrake on. Let's just do that. Okay, the brake is now applied. You can see it's got a purple dot in the little HUD thing down there. Even though it told us not to cut the air in, we did. So we'll cut it out now. That's fine. Kunk. And we'll open the couplers. You can't do that using the coupler release bars, sadly. You have to click the couplers themselves. But, you know, that's not awful. I've had worse. You know, forever, I'm going to be trying to click the space bar to do useful things. But that's not what you use, is it? No. The space bar makes you jump. As some other streamer mentioned, it's very important that you can jump. Open the company window using I, or the icon in the upper right hand corner. So one of these. Console, company window. There we go. And switch to the locations tab. There we go. And we want East Whittier Engine Service. and where it has and what tracks it has. Clicking the map more now, moves the camera there. Hovering over the text will highlight those tracks. Number of shop crew and their wages, fuel on hand. No shop crew, so hire 1 or 2 by clicking the hire button. Hire 1 or 2. I don't know how much money I've got. How much money have I got? I've got $1,000. No, I've got $5,000. Should we hire 1 guy or should we hire 2 guys? I don't know. $0 a day. Tomorrow, 1 at $15 a day. I reckon we're going to have lots of stuff to repair. So let's hire 2. Because we can always fire 1 later, can't we? Alright, so shop crew work on a daily basis. So a new worker will start work on this engine at midnight. You can hire more if you want to get the repairs done faster. Keep in mind the crew is still paid, even if there isn't any work to do. So that's okay, we just fire them. Waybills and interchanges. Waybills tell you where a freight car needs to be delivered to. Most waybills are set by your customers and you'll be paid when the car is delivered. Such waybills cannot be changed. Waybills are also used on cars that your railroad owns to order coal or diesel fuel, as well for captive service, which we'll cover later. An interchange is a designated track, usually a yard that a railroad uses to interchange cars with another railroad. On your railroad? Did I say railroad? I did. The yard behind your engine shed doubles as an interchange. The interchange is served daily at 6 a.m. The Class 1 railroad takes delivered cars away and delivers incoming cars for your customers. If the interchange is ever full and there are more cars to be delivered, the Class 1 will return later in the day. Much of our freight work will be for our customers, but we'll also need to keep the railroad running, so fuel is a big part of that. Your coaling towers and conveyors provide coal for use by engines, and it'll be up to you to order and deliver the fuel that supplies these. This is called Railroad Fuel Service Freight. You use the cards owned by your railroad for this. Fortunately, we already have a hopper spotted on the conveyor track near where you loaded the coal into your tender earlier. Let's use this hopper to order more coal. So we have to go to the hopper car, so we'll close this. Now, don't you just know we're going to have to go and get this thing, right? So why don't we just set up for that now? Just go and hook up to it, because I reckon we have to change it. Take it to the interchange, just personally. And I'm guessing that this is the interchange here, probably. Or down there, maybe. We'll see, but anyway. Control kick and open the operations tab. Operations. Loads to East Whittier coal loader. Yep, so that's what we wanted to get it to. That makes sense. Empties to East Whittier interchange. That also makes sense, doesn't it? Incomplete. Copy to coupled. Well, there aren't any coupled, so we don't have to do that. This will immediately set a waybill to the interchange because the car is empty. When the hopper is delivered and the interchange is served, it will be loaded with coal and payment withdrawn. You can view costs on the East Whittier interchange panel of the company locations tab. The return waybill to East Whittier coal loader will automatically be set. Brilliant. Viewing waybills, hit tab to do the overlay display. And we'll have to zoom in on that, won't we? Maybe not that much. East Whittier interchange to Carolina Fuel Company. Very good. You can also set waybills on the car itself or the inspector's operations tab. Let's move the hopper to the interchange. There we go. We got a couple up. Surprise. I mean, surprise. Okay. We're in forward already. Break off. Let's go. Let's get rid of that boring numbering stuff. Off we go towards picking up this car. We'll actually have to go up there, of course. Because we have to do the angle cocks. Actually, it's with an empty car and we're shunting it. Why would you bother? But anyway, I did it with the Loco because the Loco's heavy. But with a car, do you really need to do it? Probably not. But the game wants us to, because it wants us to learn how. Oops, we'd better just slow that little bugger down. Alright. In we come. And coupled. curb plunk. You notice I still use the independent brake there because our brakes weren't hooked up to the car yet, so using a train brake would have done nothing different. Alright, so reverse now. We've done the angle cocks. Pull the hopper from the fuel track, move it onto the lead track. Okay, so we need to go up here. Well, not up there. Did I just accidentally shut an angle cock? No, it's alright. Thought I did. Going up here, because we want to... Oh, we're going to have to pull it onto the lead track in front of the shed anyway, so it's fine. Let's just do it. Bit of throttle. Brakes off. I would have to say that this feels a lot like trains, more than anything else. A lot of people saying it's like Run 8. I go, nah, it's like trains, because you're driving a model railway. Alright, we should be able to use the train brake this time. And we can. Good. Throw our switch so we'll head up near the fuel tower. Cut that off and have a quick look at the map. So I'm assuming that interchange would be down there, because that's the main line out, so I'm assuming that these tracks here are the interchange. Full reverse is probably a bit of overkill. And I think we can actually, if we go to the right spot and we get there before it's going too fast, we can ride. How's that? Saw someone else do that. It's not that clever. So just bring that back towards mid-gear. It's very janky. It does want you to do sensible things like not bottling air and closing and applying handbrakes and things like that. And I believe your cars do actually roll away if you don't, so it's well worth doing. We'll just watch how these points are set as we come up to them. Maybe I can try and zoom a little, see if we can see them. We can. So I think we probably want to put this into this yard track over here, maybe. From the fuel track, move it onto the lead track. So how do you know which one is the lead track? Because they're not labelled, are they? Oh, we're going to put it on this one and we're going to see what that's like. That'll be fine. Jump off him. Probably would have broken my ankles. Oh, we're not far enough yet, are we? Forgot we're pulling it. Twit. Certainly does model the reverser. I was just trying to move that without enough reverser and it didn't like me at all. That's fine. That should do, I think. Let's just leave that there. Angle cocking away. Angle cocking. Angle cocking. Angle cocking. Always playing with your angle cocking. Uncoupler. Off you go, monkey. Bye-bye. So we're going to take him right down the end down there. That transition to full speed does bug me so much. I suppose we could just run up there, don't we? We don't have to go up the outside again. We'll do that. We'll just run up there. What's that switch set for? Straight ahead. That's perfect. Can't really see this one up here, but that's fine. Care factor. We'll just stop before we get there and make sure. I think that one is set against us. It is indeed. Alright. Throw that over. And that one's set against us too. It's set for the main line, so we want to throw that as well. Probably can't because I'm not close enough yet. So we'll just go there on the camera and do it. Alright, that should be fine. My hope is they'll support Raildriver at some point, or at least console controllers. So I'd be actually okay with a console controller for this. That would be all right. Probably clear of those other points. So we could have been rude and just come and sat on the points here, because we clear them anyway. But all right, let's get ahead. You go on, little train, and I will throw this one, which I can't yet because you're still on it. There we go, now I can. Throw this one, because I'm sure the AI will take care of that when it comes back. Oh well. That didn't actually do what I wanted it to do, but that's okay. It's taken me back where I was. So we need to switch these points anyway. Let's just cut our power off because we're starting to get a bit quick. We also want to switch these points. Right. So when they're on the curve, they're red, and when they're on the straight or normal, they are green. Good to know. Don't know how fast you're allowed to go in yards, but we're going to go this fast. Now we're running a 2-for-1 clock currently. You can run it faster, but I think while I'm learning, that's probably a bad idea. Let's get our zoom back to about normal. Stops quick. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. There you go. You're clear now. Does it let you reverse when you're moving? Oh, those back wheels have stopped moving again. They just sort of slide along. Now, why this game doesn't use the arrow keys is beyond me, but that's okay. We might want to be over this side, actually. You would normally be on the driver's side, but since the angle cocken is over this side, we'll be over this side. You stopped. Mangy dog. I actually think when you're coasting, you probably go onto the full reverse. Now, wheels have stopped once again. Now, you do want to bump into other things at a fairly slow speed so you don't hurt them. It says about 5 miles an hour, which is pretty normal. It's what most of the games run at. Let's do our glad hands. Glad to meet you. And now we've got to look down here somewhere and find the angle cocken. Might have to come over this side and find the angle cocken, because I can't quite see where it is. Somewhere around there. Somewhere around there, there'll be an angle cocken. There it is. No, got it. Come on. Fine. Alright, so jump's useful. You can get over couplers. I'll get over it now. Wish it was a crouch, though. Alright, there's that one open. Now let's do this one. Angle cockens away. Now we've got to reverse up again. Where's the handbrake on this car? This end? Yes, it is. Gates. Release the hand and brake in. No, don't apply it. Release it. Right. So, is it released? Handbrake's applied. Released. Okay, just click it once. That's what you need to do. Very good. So we're going to go back and get our Caboosasaurus. Don't think you actually need the caboose, but we're going to. That's probably about as fast as you'd want to hit something, I think. I reckon. And brake releasing. Gladdy hands. Give the air somewhere to go. We can get up here, open the gates. They didn't push me off this time, that's good. And come around here till we can see this angle cocken. There it is. Right. One click would be good for those, I think. Alright, let's get back up into the locomotive now. I actually think we're kind of still in it, but anyway. Let's get these gates shut so our passengers don't fall off. Let's go look in the car, why not? Let's have a quick look. Alright, there it is. Pretty austere. Let's go through into the Guard's van. You might call it a caboose, I'll call it a Guard's van. Can't put the stove on. Can you open windows? No, can't open windows. What can you do in here? Anything? Can you go up there? Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Good. This will be good for multiplayer. Yes, that's right. This game has multiplayer. You did hear me correctly. I've been chatting with Blue. Oops, did I do something dumb? Yes, I did. Been chatting with Blue about doing a multiplayer session together. And if we can find time that actually mutually works for us, give that a crack. Blue and I know each other from the ambassador program for another game, but we won't let that worry us. Right, let's go and get in here. Right, we've done all those things. Now we want to run to Whittier and Ella with the passenger car coupled and the brake line full, blah, 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 blah. Past the sawmill, come out in the main line, which leads to downtown Whittier. It's just under a mile to the station, which is immediately after the red water tower. Okay, and we're supposed to blow a long, short, long. Well, I actually dispute that, because that didn't come in until the 1950s. So, this is a bit earlier than that, I think. Is the plan that this is earlier? So I don't think we will do a long, long, short, long at all. Away we go then. Stop the train so the coach is in line with the station. All right, let's just get rid of that for now. That sound transition still bothers me, but that's okay. I will survive. So that red building must be the sawmill, I'm guessing. What's our speed limit around here? Doesn't really have one by it looks. 25. 25 into Whittier. Can you tell which way the road's set from the map? You cannot. You cannot change it from the map either. We'll just have to keep an eye on those when we get there. These points are all green, so they should be set for the main, which is what we want. Sausages floating in the pond. We've got these nice log cars over here, sitting here. We've got a few of those. So I assume part of our industry will in fact be logging. So that'll be good. Be nice to see that animated and have some sounds one day, but this is early access, so we're fine. Those points are not set. Gonna run through them. Hopefully they spring over. No, we're not. We're gonna stop. Brilliant. All right. Go fix them. Probably don't have to get out. I can probably do it from the cab. Oh, look at that. They already popped over. Okay, so they do just pop over when you're trailing them. That's nice. That's good. Didn't have any passengers yet, so it doesn't matter. We've got water in the glassy thing. Looks like it's full. But I hope it's full. Alright, back to full forwards. We can do this with the keys as well. And release the brakes. That one? No. That one. That one. That one. Come on, release. There you go. Don't pretend you've got notches, sunshine, because you don't. You can, of course, if you want to V it. Still pumping the brakes up, of course, but let's get out of here. Bring the reverser back towards mid-gear to use less steam. It sounds like it implements the reverser. This would be the driver's injector. It looks like a monitor or similar, but it's not actually active. So you have a steam valve coming off the turret, and you've got your control valves for steam and prime and water coming off there, but none of that's active at the moment. I do think they do actually implement the reverser, because you notice it won't accelerate that close to mid-gear. And away we go! I think I saw the limit around this Y was 25, and I think I just saw a speed sign on the left there, which is a strange place to put a speed sign given the driver's on the right. There's the big red water tank. Hopefully all these points are just set for the main, that would be good. Welcome to Whittier. The resolution of drawing signs and things, I think, could be just a little bit further out. Shouldn't need to take any more water now, because, you know, we've got some. Ideally, we probably want to stop with our coach in the platform. Stuff that you actually have to do here to get your passengers to load. That's the console. That's the tutorial. There we go. We're at Whittier. Once you're at the station, control click on the passenger car to open its inspector. Control click. And you probably want to go to operations. No, that still clicked on the train, didn't it? We're going to get out, aren't we? Right. Open door platform coach. So we want to 0 of 60. We're going to Ella. It's loading up passengers now. There's no animation for passengers at this stage, but you can see it is they are getting in. They're a bit slow, but they're doing it. Once you have enough passengers, whistle off and proceed to Ella, just over 2 miles west. Ella is at milepost 59.8. Whittier is at 57.5. Keep it under 30 for this first trip. We have a few words about speed limits next. All right. How many passengers can it take? Doesn't really say, does it? Well, we've got all the passengers for... So, okay, I'll say it can take 60 and we've got 24. All right. Good-o. So if we go back up here, and we need to select this one again, and we'll just do a follow on it so we can see it. All right, we've been stopped for a while, so cock's open. Let's just get rid of you, and we're off we go. Indy off. Train brake off. Bit of throttle. Don't do much. Just while it's pumping up the brakes. Oh, do I have a handbrake on? I think I do. Look at that. One of them's purple. We'd better go have a look at that. Sigh. There we go. All right then. That would explain why it didn't want to accelerate before, wouldn't it? Got a handbrake on. Speed limits. Doesn't enforce strict speed limits. Good. If you go above the speed limit, you can damage your equipment, potentially derail. We did see Blue Games do that earlier today. Most of the mainline is good for 35, except where noted by yellow speed signs, which are on the wrong side of the track. These signs do not give you much warning, however, so check the map or look ahead when you're learning the railroad. Mainline sighting switches are good for 25 or better. Yards are 15. Very good. Ella has a small station. It's on a single track and a siding and other tracks beyond it. A white and black S sign tells you you're close to the station. As you arrive at Ella, stop with your coach aligned with the station. Your passengers will automatically begin to disembark once the train is fully stopped. Open the Inspector passenger panel on the coach and check Whittier but leave Ella. The checkbox is checked will be unchecked automatically once they've all disembarked. Fare passenger fares. Once the passengers have disembarked, you'll be paid their fares, about $1 each. That's exciting. A message in the upper left announces this. If you miss it, you can hit tilde or back tick to open the console and review recent messages. You can also type here to send messages and multiplayer. Okay. So fixed by buttons in the upper corner. Passengers in particular profitable, especially for short distance like this, but longer distances fares pay better. Plus, providing daily passenger service will increase your railroad's reputation, which leads to other benefits. If you want work that pays well, you'll need to run freight. While we let the passengers load here at Ella, let's consider our freight options. Okay, well, let's just get to Ella anyway. Let's close this. So where's this sharp curve, you reckon? Oh, it's up there. Okay, so it's a while away. We are still accelerating, which means we're probably going downhill. Let's just cut the throttle off. We'll just leave it cracked for a bit of drifting steam to keep our lubrication going. I don't think this game models that, but that's fine. It's got clacky noises of period railway track, which is good. Up on that corner now, so let's just throttle off, just give her a gentle bit of braking and release. Take another little bite of the cherry and release. There we go. Coming into the corner at just on 30 mile an hour. Perfect. There's our warning sign, and it's on the right side of the train this time. Fantastic. Now, I think we saw Blue come through here at 60 mile an hour and had a fairly predictable result. Now, we are losing some speed in the curve, so let's just get a little bit of throttle on. So that bit of physics is modelled nicely. There's another 30 sign on the other side there. So we're about halfway to Ella. The AI will be doing this for us as soon as we've prepared another locomotive. The S warning us that we're approaching Ella. Yeah, how far out are we? Oh, not far at all, so we might actually want to start slowing down a little. Full forward gear while we're doing this. Come off the brakes now. It's slowed quite a bit. We should almost be in the station. We are. Welcome to Ella. Is this Ella or is that Ella up there? I think this must be Ella, surely. Brakes, brakes, brakes. Let's jump out. Let's pop our indie brake on. Let's get out of the locomotive. Just so we can click here. We can see what's going on. So we want to tick Whittier and we leave Ella. Done. And let's jump into the tutorial. I think we'll be pushing back now. Here in Ella, there are two different types of freight customers. Ella House Track is compulsory freight service. Compulsory freight is part of your railroad's basic presence in the towns it passes through and serves customers in the area that don't have their own siding. Over the next few days, you'll begin to receive such cars for the Ella and Whittier House Tracks. Other examples are freight houses and team tracks. Ella Farm Supply is an example of a contract freight service, which is how most customers operate. Contracts are at a set specific tier. Each higher tier brings more traffic and at the upper tiers rewards. Contracts have a duration, a few days to a few weeks, and are available at different tiers. Tiers available to you depend on your past performance for that customer as well as your railroad's reputation. Cars for these type of freight are owned by other railroads. Their waybills are assigned automatically and cannot be changed. Note that the cars delivered in poor condition paid less. First contract, open the company window and change to the locations tab. There we go, locations, and we want Ella Farm Supply. You can click on the location icon next to each camera to zoom the track camera to it. Check out Ella Farm Supply and in Whittier Stenzel Manufacturing. So you're supposed to be able to... Is it that? Yep. Alright. So that would be Ella Farm Supply, and we're parked up there. So this is a place that we need to put cars occasionally. Be a bit of shunting to do from time to time, but looks nice little head shunt up there. And Stenzel Manufacturing, so we go here. This is Stenzel, so they've got a little siding as well up here at Whittier, which I'm sure will consume some time. And Holyfield Heating, let's have a look at that. And we can take one for here as well, and you can have a 3-day contract. Doesn't look like Holyfield's got a building at this stage. There's a lot of stuff that's not built yet. It will come. Holyfield Heating Oil is a great first contracts to take. Save Whittier Sawmill for after you've learned about captive service cars. You can take as many contracts as you like. At the end of the contract term, you can choose not to renew it, or if you deliver the cars in a timely manner, the option taking a higher tier. Take 2 or 3 contracts by clicking the Tier 1 button on the location panel for the customers you want. Now let's get our passengers back to Whittier. So we take that one, we'll take Stenzel, and we'll take Ella Farm Supply, and we'll do as we're told, we'll leave the sawmill alone. Next, so we better go back to Ella Station. Come out of there. How's our car doing? So we've got 18 passengers going to Whittier Depot. While you're on the Ella Station bidding, click on the agent window. Notice there are 2 tabs, passenger and freight. Need to get around here. Let's just get back into first person because he is outside. So is it this window? I suppose so. 0 passengers waiting. And freight, there's nothing. Okay. Good-o. Freight side says what cars are in this area bound for filled waybills, including those on your train. When you're ready, whistle off and let's head back to Whittier. Lean out the window with EOQ to get a better view. Okay. Let's get back in the locomotive. Alright, let's brakes off. Back the way we came, and we can lean out with E or Q. Or use the overhead tracking camera tracking the engine with 0. Ah. Okay, so it does have another camera. Very good. Whittier arrival is returned to Whittier. Make your station stop and cut off from the coach. We'll leave it here at the station for tomorrow morning. Pull ahead to the water tower and top off your water. Not bad for the first day. Now we'll deal with that when we get there. We have to run backwards because there's nowhere to turn around. Alright, but it looks like the wheels are going faster than the train is, and the tender's wheels aren't going round again, and neither are the coach wheels. Maybe you have to be close to them. Maybe it's an LOD thing, that's possible. People don't just walk instead of waiting for a train to go 2 miles. They're going uphill in this direction. Be able to watch this from the caboose, really. Can you do that? Click and then 0? No. What about control click and 0? No, I can't do that either. You'd have to click the follow button on it, I guess. Not far away now, we should see the sawmill pop around the corner shortly. Where's my head? My head's not there all this time. How about that? There's my head. Actually, I better move me because it's on top of the... Oh, don't move that. Move me. It's just because it's on top of the thing. Sorry about that. Haven't been able to see my head. Could have been a good thing though, you know, it's not the prettiest head in the world. Here we come up to the station, so let's power off. And we're not far off, so let's put a little bit of braking on. Alright. You can see they're getting out now. You want to tick Ella. But there's not anybody here at the moment, so we will be uncoupling this, I believe, and leaving it behind. As you return to Whittier, make your station stop and cut off from the coach. We'll leave it here at the station for tomorrow morning. Pull ahead to the water tower and top off your water. Does that mean we're going to push that back up there, or we're just going to leave it here in the station? I guess we're going to head that way. Those instructions don't quite make sense, but anyway, that's all right. Let's go back in here and jump out and uncouple the beast. I'll just release that. Equipment. Car. Handbrakes applied. Good. Let's close the gates. Any miscreants going in there overnight? Just pop this on as well. Because we're going to leave this here. And let's just close our clock. Just pop them. Which dumps all the air out of the coach, which is fine. So it does actually have some passengers that it wants to ride on, but that's okay. Just open that. Let's pull him ahead. I'll just leave him running up there slowly while we... Now that we've dumped all the air out of here, we can close this cock, because you don't want to leave any air in your train. We're going to go a long way. Yeah, that doesn't make sense, because I don't think we'd want to come all the way up here just to run around. So maybe, because you leave it here at the station for tomorrow morning, it does seem strange that you'd want to go all the way up there. There's our water tower. We'll leave it there for today, but I have a faint suspicion we probably want to dump it in there most days. Look at our map. How far is the points this way? Yeah, they're quite a long way up. In fact, I think we might do that, you know. Let's just stop this. Let's bring her back. And what we'll do is we'll pull this train ahead and we'll just dump it over there in the siding. It's actually got passengers sitting in it for Ella. Maybe we need to do another run to Ella now because I ticked the box. That was dumb. Yeah, right, we'll do another run to Ella. That was my mistake, because I ticked the box. I don't want to leave them there and get them upset. Alright, so it's a closeness thing, whether the wheels are turning or not. Ooh, not quite. I guess that's coupled. Are they coupled? No, I don't think they are. Now I think they are. No. Alright, let's go forwards and come back again. Now they're coupled. It's just mental that you have to do that so much. All right. Extra run to Ella coming up. Anybody in the cab anymore? Oh well. Do a special to Ella, and then we'll do a special back to Whittier, where we'll dump the train this time. And we'll pull it ahead and pop it in that siding. This time remember to not tick the boxes. I couldn't catch up with it then, but it was alright. So you can quill with just the shift key if you want to. This will make us enough money to pay those two blokes who are going to fix the other engine anyway. Tiny bit of flange squeal going on there. I know if that gets loud, you're damaging your equipment. Nearly there, because here's the warning sign coming up. That lets us know we're near Ella. So our railroad's very small at the moment. They are unloading. If there's anybody here for Whittier, we'll take them back. Alright, this time we will untick Ella. We don't want to accidentally take anybody back here. Now, what's the station got? No passengers waiting. Okay. Back we go for our second trip of the day. How's our coal and water looking? Fine. See the eccentrics in there. That's nice. Oh, we're back here. That's where our man is. Because he stayed behind at Whittier while the train's on automatic. Kinda. Just want to open a cock. Can't. Won't let me. They thought of me, clearly. No tail lights. What if I want them to be red? I think we're nearly back there anyway. Yeah, we're well beyond the halfway mark. What are we supposed to do after we Whittier? We'll head to the water tower and top off your water. Not bad first day. In the company's window setting terms and a time, click the sleep button. This will let time pass, in which case customers and repair tracks will toil away the hours so your trains won't move any faster during this time. Shortly after 6 AM, you'll see a notification that the East Whittier interchange has been served. Proceed to the interchange, and that's the yard just behind the engine shed, and see what cars await. See Tab or the inspector to see their destinations. Your first priority should be putting the coal hopper in place behind the coal conveyor. After that, you want to deliver your customer cars and take your passenger car with you to Ella, a regular mixed train daily. Very good. This makes you wonder why we don't just take the passenger train back to Whittier Yard. Why would we leave it at the station? You're only going to have to shunt it around and hook the other carriages in, which means running around it an awfully long track. I reckon we just take it with us and put it away there. Seems like a better idea. I'm just going to take it and put it back where we found it, behind the shed. Yeah, they should start unloading themselves. There's 6 passengers waiting, but I don't care because I'm not doing that again. Not today. And tomorrow will be a mixed. That'll be fine. Alright. Tick is done. We can get out of here. I better kill the steam overlay, hadn't I? So that's a Y track there, so we can turn our trains in the future should we desire it. We're only supposed to do 15 through yard points, so we just slow her down. The coal hopper's still there. Clear of those points? Not quite. Want to be beyond the point where those cars foul. That'll do it. Oh yeah, we're still there. We had better do this. Now our bloke should be here now. Wonder if that was close enough. No, I don't think so. Nah, not close enough. So even though I didn't open the hatch, that's still going up. It's kind of funny. Yeah, we're done. Good. Let's move him on up again. Get some coal. No, you're not far enough. Maybe not. doesn't want to give me any coal. Maybe I haven't got any coal. Maybe that's the problem. Alright, let's go and pop her back in the shed. Throw that one. Let's go over here and throw this one so we go into the road next to it. It does seem to actually have the steam chest. Alright, so we go to the company tab and we do sleep. Where do we find sleep? Milestones, finance. We've made some cash. Equipment, employees. Cruise. Settings. Sleep. Paid $150 for one coal. So that's probably turned it up back here now. So this is as good a place to end it as any for today. It's dawn the next day. This is the end of day 1 on Railroads. It's been fun. Kind of enjoyed it. Like I said, there's a few things I don't like, but I'm not going to dive into those to any great extent because it's an early access game and it should be a changing. So tomorrow we should have 2 locos working. Well, maybe today we've got 2 locos working. Let's have a look. What's its condition? Condition 89%. There we go. Probably need to sleep for another day on that one. But yeah, there we go. So that's it for this one. Let's just save. And let's go. Alrighty, I hope this has been interesting for you. It's been fun for me. Whether I do one of these every day, I don't know. We'll see. It's a lot of content for people to watch. I mean, it was an hour and 45 to do that. Would have been an hour and 30 if I hadn't done an extra trip to Ella. Anyway, enjoy yourselves. See you later. If you like this, please subscribe. Share the videos if you want to, if you feel like it. And if you get really enthusiastic, you could join as a member. Thank you very much to the current members. See you later. Bye.